Hello everyone, this is H&L doing my fourth cast here, doing another pubcast. This time I've got a special guest to help me commentate a little bit here. His name is Nation, and he will be helping me out this time. So, we will be going national. I apologize. He just made a name change. Don't blame me. He's the one who wanted to do it, so a little new at it. Here we go. I'll go over the Radiant lineup so far. Hopefully we'll get Orange picked here pretty soon, so I'll be able to cover them all. Bottom lane, we do have a Morphling. Not sure if he's going to have a support from Orange or not. Middle lane, we do have a Windrunner going to be going solo middle. That should work out pretty well for him. Got a Death Prophet going top. Looks like Dazzle will be supporting Morphling bottom, and then we do have a Bane who will likely be going top as well with Death Prophet here.
All right, on the Dire side, we have NEXT.kz Mantis. He's going to be our main target for this podcast, and he is going bottom right now as Mantis or Broodmother, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I guess they're both bugs, so same thing. Middle lane, we've got Tinker on the Dire side, and then top lane, it looks like we have a jungling Furion or Lost Prophet with double lane here with Clinks and Crystal Maiden. So expect to see some action early. I feel like Mantis bottom throwing up that warden in the jungle down there for a little bit of sight.
It's actually a double block for the Radiant jungle in that ward spot. It blocks two different creeps from spawning there, and I believe this one as well. So actually works out really well. Stops any jungler or anything like that from being able to do much. Gives them a little bit of sight, and then also blocks the pull for bottom, so they won't be able to be pulling the lane back if they want. Top lane, we did have Death Prophet drop down, both a ward to stop their pull, and then another ward just for sight. So we'll see how this goes. Already getting a lot of harass up here on Clinks by Death Prophet and Bane. Bane with that Brain Sap doing pure damage really does some good harass, and then Death Prophet obviously able to spam that Crypt Swarm. Clinks is losing a lot of health fast, and all he has is Tangos, no health pot for him, so he'll just have to slowly regen that life, and actually in big trouble already. Although Death Prophet is taking a lot of damage as well, so have to keep a good eye on that lane. Might be seeing the first blood real early at least.
Down here at bottom, we've got Mantis. He's playing a little bit more conservatively. He's taking a lot of harass there from Dazzle and Morphling, not getting back into that web until there he is. He's invis now, but you see he went for that poor man's shield first to go a little bit against the harass, so he can try and get in there and get a little bit more last hits. You know how important a Broodmother's farm is. The more farmed up he gets, he can turn into a real terror mid game and late game. He's going with a spawn, Spiderlings, and Spin Web. He's going straight for the Soul Ring. He's got the recipe right there. He looks to go and complete that. He's going to grab one of the two. He grabs the Ring of Regeneration, which is pretty good for him right now. All he has right now for his regeneration is that Ring of Regeneration, so hopefully he won't be taking a whole lot. He's getting a little bit more harassed there by throwing down the slow by Dazzle there. And he's going to escape all right, get a few last hits, but throws down a web, and he should be good for now.
We did miss a first blood. I believe it was top on Death Prophet. So Crystal Maiden and Clink's able to turn that early harass from Bane to Death Prophet right back around on him and just put the pressure right back on. Give him some early levels that way. Clink's looks like he hasn't leveled up his third skill yet. I was thinking if he might have put it in stats or something, but is going Searing Arrows and then that Skeleton Walk for that in biz. So they do have quite the advantage up here, both level 3, him and Crystal Maiden, compared to the level 2 for Death Prophet and Bane. And obviously that first blood is going to give him some farm to really get going.
Here in mid lane, we've got Windrunner versus Tinker, and Windrunner has a little bit of an advantage here in gold per minute. Tinker's sitting at about 160, throwing out that harass a little bit there, but Tinker's sitting there about at 160, while Windrunner's up at close to 200 gold per minute, so obviously he's taking the advantage close to farm. He's taking a little bit more harass than Tinker, so obviously that's not as good, but early in the game this farm is really important, so expect him to get an early lead in gold there against Tinker.
It is kind of a trade-off though, because even though Windrunner is taking that early harass, he also is getting the wins on the deny. He does throw out a shackle there that will lat hold Tinker around for some good harass here. Tinker will throw out both of his nukes, bringing Windrunner down some, but Windrunner is trying to finish him off and will take out that kill. Windrunner safety, so she doesn't take too much damage from that tower. Escaping with only 70 health, but then using that health pot to go right back up. Down here on bottom lane, the lane is getting pushed in towards Broodmother, so going to be able to pick up some farm here. Also throwing out some harass on Dazzle. Is able to pick up the Soul Ring too here, so with level 2 Spiderlings, almost level 5, so should have level 3 spawn Spiderlings real soon. They'll really be able to be throwing out that harass, or else just using it to get farm and build up an army of Broodlings, although with the waveform and Dazzle's heal, should be able to bring down those spiralings pretty easy if they can get on top of them and know where they are. But
pretty good action up here at top. You just saw Bane take good advantage of that brain sap, save that for the end of the fight, so he can kind of get all that health at the end, kind of trick his opponents into pursuing a little bit more than he could. But it was a 1-for-1 trade, Bane for Clinks. It was well played by Bane, but I feel like it was good gank from Crystal Maiden sitting there in the forest until the Radiant pushed up a little bit too far. So good gank by Crystal Maiden. You're going to see him go back and get a little bit more health and mana because he doesn't have any regeneration on him. We have Clink's teleporting back to top, so he's going to take advantage of that farm a little bit more. Hopefully he can get a little bit further out into the lane. He's not going to be pulling any creeps. There is a ward on his creep pull, so that lane's going to stay pushed for a little while. He's not going to get a whole lot of farm, but hopefully he can turn that a little bit around there.
Do have Windrunner getting up some more harass on Tinker here, still increasing his lead for those creeps. He's 17 for 9 in CS, 17 kills and 9 denies here, compared to Tinker being at 10 and 5, also with the kill in Windrunner's favor. Definitely winning this lane. Has her bottle up right now. Tinker does not have his bottle up yet, but he does have a courier coming in, might have a bottle on it. Yes, he definitely does. So he'll get 3 ticks of regen there, and he'll be sitting pretty good to be nuking Windrunner down again. This one will definitely come down to wards.
Action in here down at bottom. Mantis is going to run down Morphling with all those little Spiderling army. He's going to take him down, gets him with the spawn Spiderlings nuke. Great gank by Crystal Maiden. Comes down, throws on the Frost Nova. They can take down Dazzle fairly easily, and then it's all just waiting game until he takes down Morphling with that army of Spiderlings. He's going to get a pretty good farm in here bottom. He has 2 kills now. He's 16 and 5 for creep stats. He's been playing a very well early game. He's up at around 300 gold per minute. It's highest in the game so far. So Mantis is taking an early lead bottom against that dual lane. He's doing very well so far. He's going to get some harass there. He throws the spawn Spiderlings up on Dazzle. He's going to come in, and he dies by Crystal Maiden. Another gank. Let's see if they're going to take down Morphling. Throws down the stun. Mantis is going to take down some more Spiderlings on those creeps. So Morphling's going to get away safely for now. He's taking a lot of damage from those creeps, so we'll see what Mantis decides to do. He just took down the creep wave, has some Spiderlings waiting, so either he's going to kill Morphling, he's going in with the army of Spiderlings. Morphling does have enough mana for a wave form. He's going to take some more harass. It looks like Morphling goes back behind the trees. Looks like he's going to waveform away. He is going to be taken down by Mantis. Mantis throws down the web. And Portin from Death Prophet's going to scare away Mantis for now, so Morphling will live to fight another day. Meanwhile, Mantis got another assist from Crystal Maiden.
Very, very action-heavy game this so far. Something I want to point out is earlier when Broodmother got that first set of kills off over here, there was a sentry ward right here for the Radiant that they put down. So it might have actually been a gank from the Radiant trying to get Broodmother, and they just were not ready for any support to be there for Mantis, and ended up just turning it around on him entirely. Also, while we were watching that battle down there on the bot lane, Windrunner did manage to pick up a kill on Nature's Prophet in the Dire Forest. Got a real good shackle lash and shoot some trees when he was trying to TP out, and was able to pick up the kill there. So really good play by the Dire there overall. Just working really well.
Up here at top, you'll see that Bane up here went for a little bit of a kill on Clinks, and he threw up his stun on Tinker, and Clink's going to go take away the stun by hitting him, but it was a little bit too late. Bane got away without the kill. He got a lot of harass there on Clinks. Let's see if Clinks is going to use his ult soon to try and get a little bit more of that health back. He's going to go into the jungle now and leave the top.
Middle tower is under attack.
Overall, just looking at the CS, the Dire is getting a little bit of an advantage here with just their farm. We do have some action here. Broodmother taking some damage from Windrunner. Thinking about possibly going on him, has that ult up, and then will take him down with some spawn Spiderlings. So nicely done by Mantis, being able to turn that around even with his low health, using that Soul Ring perfectly. But back to the CS, we do have Nature's Prophet with 43. Clinks is at 33, and then Brood is at 31. So they are sticking pretty even with the Radiant, maybe just a tad bit higher, but doing real well. We do have the Dust going down as well as the Ward for Mantis. They don't have any slows for him though, so he is able to just kind of run away from this. He's turning around and going to go on Dazzle, going to try and get up a spawn Spiderlings on him. I think, nope, looking too risky for him, so he's just going to try and get out of there. I don't think he knows that there was this sentry ward down there, so he stuck around just a little too long. almost getting taken out, but that invis kicks in just the right time. Gonna try and dodge Death Prophet's Crypt Swarm, and does manage to do that, then takes a little bit of harass again, gets hit by the Poison Touch by Dazzle. Still just running around, just trying to avoid all damage that he can. Doing a really good job surviving here.
So far the gold swing is very far into the die. I feel like most of that is due to Mantis and his good play so far, but the difference in the gold earned is just drastically in the Dire's favor, up by a good 2.5 thousand. We got some action going on here with Broodmother got another kill.
Here mid, we also have a little skirmish between Windrunner and Tinker. Windrunner able to use that power shot and a very good shackle to finish off the kill on Tinker. Tinker was very close to getting the kill himself, fighting on his own tower. So Windrunner just playing really well mid, working well all around. So we've got some really good plays on both sides. Pretty even game so far. Leaning a little bit in favor of the Dire, but still early.
I like to bring some attention here to the Crystal Maiden and the Radiance Force right now. He's been playing a very good early game with that roaming strategy. Got a good gank up top with Clinks and got a couple good ganks down bottom with Broodmother, and I feel like that's what's set apart the Dire from the Radiant so far this early, is that roaming Crystal Maidens really gave Mantis an advantage and gave him a good lane to farm. Mantis with his good setup of the webs gives him a good little retreat if need be, but really excellent play this early by Crystal Maiden.
Did have Clinks almost go down top to a Morphling waveform, as well as Bane up there. He's running around, might get taken out here. We'll see if they can do anything. I know Death Prophet does have Dust. Surprised that she didn't drop it there. They would have been able to pick up the kill on Clinks real easy. Dropping down a Observer Ward just to watch that jungle though too. Will notice that Clinks is still over here. Death Prophet might be coming back to throw down that Dust along with Bane and see if they can't pick up a kill.
Mantis already has his Orchid Malevolence in the stash back at home. That's a huge advantage this early in the game. He's going to be able to use that on multiple of situations for the Radiant, but the pick of that Orchid Malevolence this early in the game at 11 minutes is just huge.
Death Prophet still not using that Dust on Clinks. That's another kill he could have got. He might just be saving it for Brood, just trying to save a little bit of gold, keep that Dust, and thinking Brood might be a more important target to use it on, but almost taking down Clinks again there. Here mid, we've got another skirmish between Tinker and Windrunner. We do have Prophet and Crystal Maiden coming to help their Tinker out this time. So nicely done getting that kill on Windrunner. He does buy back and TPs straight back to the mid lane. Might be throwing out a power shot here to harass and just trying to pick up some more experience. Might actually even go for a kill, but does get jumped on again, and that is not looking good for Windrunner right now. Does throw out a good shackle. It shackles Tinker, so he can't be throwing out his nukes. Windrunner looks like will escape. Possibly does have that Urn Charge on him. He is in trouble back here, but we'll use that bottle to regen up.
Up at top, you're going to see Death Prophet take down that tower with his ultimate. It's good push by Bane, Morphling, and Death Prophet to take down that first tier 1 tower. They really need to start getting some more gold so they can try and swing this back in their favor. Dire is still up by about 4,000 gold, so look for them to try and do some more early pushing. The Death Prophet, her ultimate is just nasty on those tier 1 towers, so hopefully she'll be taking advantage of that when that's off cooldown. Fairly short for this early in the game, so keep your eyes on Death Prophet here.
I was just looking at Mantis down here and saw that he had his Orchid finished up in his stash and was wondering why the courier wasn't bringing it. And then I remembered when they were looking for Clinks up top, the courier was actually bringing some items out and they were able to pick that off. So courier on cooldown for another minute and 15 seconds for the Dire team right now. Tinker activating an invisibility rune, coming down here looking for purple, I guess. Going to try and get a kill if Dazzle comes out a little any farther. He's rotating back mid though, going to help out his team. They do take out Clinks here, combine power, and do a lot of damage to Crystal Maiden as well. They did drop that Dust that time, so finally put it to good use and got the kill out of it. Going to put some pressure on this tier 1 mid. Do have Clinks coming in. His invis is up, and he will also go down. Did take out Death Prophet though, I missed that, so not too bad of a trade, I suppose.
At bottom lane here, you will see Mantis playing the role of the Honey Badger. He's being just being hacked on by Dazzle, and he just doesn't care. He can take it, and he's getting that regen back. He's got an army of the Spiderlings and going to farm their force a little bit more, but he's really taking advantage of these webs because not only do they grant him invisibility, but the extra move speed and the extra regeneration is just huge, and they just allow him to mobilize in that force just a lot more, really capitalize on all that form that he can get.
We have quite a bit of action up here in the mid. We've got Windrunner trying to finish off Tinker's Prophet. Will he get away? He does barely. Good sprout by him to take away the vision from Windrunner, I think, so Windrunner couldn't get those last auto attacks off. Windrunner TPing out before he gets killed by Tinker, and Bane did go down in there. I thought he might escape. He was using some good juking maneuvers back in the trees, eating up some tangos and just getting back in there trying to stay alive, but in the end, not quite enough. Do have Tinker doing a little bit of harass on Dazzle, chasing him down. Not sure if he'll be using his mana for those nukes. Do have quite a few spiralings up, some creeps, Mantis, Clinks, and Tinker all here trying to put some pressure on this tier 1. Dazzle is trying to hold it down. We'll throw up the March of the Machines to take out his creeps. We do have Windrunner back, and we do have Bane TPing in as well. So
might see a little bit of a TP here. We do have Broodmother Nightmare, so expect for her to see. We got Broodmother with the Brain Sap. Let's see if they can take her down a little bit more. It looks like they take down the Dire's Courier. Again, that's just heartbreaking. They in the killing spree here with Broodmother. They're still fighting on. Bane is going to be taken down by that Crystal Maiden, but a big fight here. Dire's Courier got taken down again. You're going to see Crystal Maiden here being chased by Broodmother. I mean by Morphling, excuse me. Throws up that Urn Charge. He's going to be able to get some health back. Looks like they're going to take down Morphling here fairly easily. Oh, but that morph is just deadly. He's throwing up that morph. Might get that kill. Yep. And he's going to hold him off a little bit long enough for Death Prophet to get in there with the Crypt Storm. But that just shows you the power of Morphling and that morph and the strength that just gives him so much health so fast. And with that mana pool that he had, it was just very hard to take him down.
That was a good play by that Crystal Maiden. I really thought she was going to be going down a lot sooner there when Morphling was just strength morphing and still just beating on her. But she did use her magic wand and that stun, just stay alive as long as she can. Death Prophet throwing up the ult to try and do a little damage with Link's Chaser in, but that last Searing Arrow did finish her off as well. So, good fight there by everyone.
Not exactly there a good use of the ultimate by Crobulus there. I feel like either way that wasn't a very good use of it. I realize that it does heal you a little bit more when those are coming in, but it's a long ultimate, and I don't really see any situation there. I guess it kind of scared off Clinks, but either way, she was close to the tower. Clinks wasn't going to be chasing a whole lot more. Just a fairly bad use of the ultimate there by Crobulus, in my opinion.
Some more action up here top. Windrunner is getting attacked by Clinks. He was trying to pick up a kill on Nature's Prophet, but then Clinks came in to support, and he will go down to there. Bane throwing down the Sap or the Nightmare on Clinks, and then trying to TP out, and will just barely make it out. We had 4 Dire players all coming in just to jump on him, and he just barely made it out in time. Super low health. Then here on the bottom lane, we do have Mantis. Did get hit by a dust, but managed to be safe. Still full health, full mana, and just kind of running around here with the Spiralings. Gonna get some damage here on Dazzle, throwing out the Orchid, doing the auto attacks, and we'll take him out in plenty of time, finishing him off with that Spawn Spiralings. Popped his ult in case Morphling was gonna stick around. Instead, he's just gonna use it for some farm craft, this creep wave, and keep some pressure on this bottom tier 2 tower.
The experience of a Broodmother here is just fantastic on the side of the Dire. I mean, he's sitting at about 500 gold per minute, 465 or so, earned over 7.5 thousand gold. He's got a handful of kills and only a few deaths. His experience is really showing through here playing in this pub match. He's not playing one of his more known for heroes. He's known for heroes like Rasta and Beastmaster, but here with the Broodmothers, just all of his experience in professional leagues are really showing off here.
You got a little bit of action here down on the bottom. Mantis is Nightmare, and you have 3 Radiant and 3 Dire down here. Broodmother is just trying to escape here, get back in the web, get away from everyone using that bonus move speed. Windrunner is trying to pick Mantis off, but it looks like he will get away just fine. We've got Crystal Maiden and Windrunner fighting each other. Spawn Spiralings goes up on Windrunner to bring him down some. Morphlings teleporting in here, or morphing in. You have Broodmother popping that ult and just using that auto attack power along with some of Tinker's nukes to take down Morphling before he can really throw up that morph strength gain and gain, ungodly amounts of health. Just such a strong skill when you can't take him down so quick, because then he'll just sit there and his health will just keep growing when it doesn't look like it is, but it is. Makes him impossible to take down. March of the Machines clear out the creep wave, and we do have Death Prophet real low on mana, so we can't do a whole lot to stop this push right now, but is going to attack a little bit, try and draw out these creeps. Reduce the damage at least. Might go for a deny here. Do have a TP coming in from Bane, but the tower will go down as he gets here, so no deny. Good work by Clinks using those Searing Arrows on the tower for sure.
Risky play here by the Crobulus. I feel like her item build, you can see with that Ring of Hell, she's probably going for a Vanguard here or something of that nature. Got the Null Talus, single Null Talisman, Phase Boots in the Ring of Health. I feel like while it is a very survivability build, she only has 689 mana, and as you can see, her mana runs out quite quickly. She didn't quite have enough mana for Exorcism there if there was going to be a team battle. But very risky play here by the Kerberos, just throwing out everything that she got. Once she was done with that little push, she didn't have any mana left. So with all these webs up, you got to be careful with Broodmother because he can be in there at any time, and he's really taking advantage of all those webs that he has placed bottom.
Kerberos also could be thinking about going to Bloodstone and just going more for you know, that combined mana and health regen. We do have Morphling getting silenced and then held by the Crystal Maiden, and then Mantis just popping that ult, just throwing out massive auto attack damage there to take him down before he can try and run away, strength more for anything. Just held in place, can't do his surge away or anything like that. They took him down real quick, good play. Here we do have Tinker getting caught out by both Windrunner and Dazzle, so it looks like he is going to go down, I assume. Yeah, we'll go down without doing a whole lot. Not a whole lot you can do when Dazzle slows you with that stun followed, and then Windrunner was doing a good job of actually body blocking him so he couldn't get that run away, and then able to throw up the shackle to hold him just a little bit longer yet.
Looks like Clinks is already pretty close to finishing his Daedalus. He has that Chrysalis and that Demon Edge, so expect him to finish that soon. That's going to be a huge increase in damage output there for Clinks, not only with the raw damage from the Daedalus increase, but also the critical strikes there. Expect Clinks to be throwing out tons of damage soon with his Searing Arrows and his Strafe. So while the focus has mostly been on how Mantis and his play right now, which is superb, also expect Clinks to be doing a lot of damage soon too.
We do have Morphling up here. Looks like he does almost have his Lincolns almost finished. Just trying to run away from this Prophet at this point. He doesn't want any fights. He wants to be real careful. And of course, he does have that Agi morphed up real high, so he doesn't have a whole lot of a health pool to work with at the time anyway, either. If maybe Tinker would have TP in or something like that, he'd be able to just nuke him down in no time at all.
We've been to this a couple times. The total gold earned graph would really just like to bring your attention back to this. The Dire's earned about 8,000 more gold than them and firmly in control of the lead in gold, and you can tell that. Look at any of the heroes that they have, except for maybe Tinker. They all have very high-leveled items, and they're on their way to getting even more high-level items. Some action up here at North looks like he's going to throw it on the Sprout, and Prophet is going to be safe from this fight now. He's going to teleport out, but they're just going to do a little bit more farm up there. And lucky teleport for Prophet. Not so lucky for Tinker. He will be taken down by Bane. The shackle shot there by Windrunner. Very good shackle shot. Got him to the few trees that were sitting there right there in the river. So unlucky for Tinker, but a little bit more unlucky for Lost Prophet that he was able to teleport out.
We do have quite the push going on down here at the bottom. Quite the effort. So many spiralings, lots of creeps. We got Mantis and the Crystal Maiden here trying to push in, but also got a Prophet too. We got Clinks in, throwing down the Orchid on Dazzle, and then able to just take him down in no time flat. Death Prophet really can't hang in there. He just doesn't have that many items. Did pick up the Perseverance, so I think Death Prophet will be going for that Bloodstone eventually. Broodmother taking a lot of damage, but able to get out, and then the Urn Charge from Crystal Maiden able to heal him right back up. Clinks getting a kill there on Death Prophet as well. Just came in a little too far. Broodmother going on the Windrunner, has that silence thrown up on him, and then just going right back on Morphling. Just too much damage. That strength of Morphling's not quite fast enough with how much damage Brood is putting out right now. And soon enough, Brood has 4,700 gold, so I mean, soon enough he's going to be hitting even harder. So this game is looking really good for the Dire right now. Broodmother is really playing well, and then Crystal Maiden also is just playing phenomenally. 6-3 and 15 right now. She's been all over the map, helping out with the ganks, helping out with the pushes, just helping out all over the place, working really well, healing up that Brood with those Urn Charges too, really helpful.
Right now, I think basically what we're seeing is the product of just total map dominance. You just see a kill there, quick bottom, and they will take down both Rax, but Mantis with a kill down there on Morphling. Let's see if they're going to go. Looks like they're going to dip out for a little while. Mantis is going to be hit by the shackle shot, going to be nightmared by Bane. Let's see if Bane's going to follow up the ultimate. He does have that up. He is going to ultimate their Broodmother. They are going to take down Mantis unless some sort of... Yep, Bane is going to take him down with the Brain Tap, so that is one kill for the Radiant. That is at least a nice little step. But as I was saying earlier, what you're seeing right now is just total map dominance by the Dire. All these webs put up bottom, those just help out tremendously when they're pushing bottom. So you see that they do have those, they do have the melee racks down there and kind of taken away on the range barracks, but they will take down the last creep. But the wards up and then the roaming by Crystal Maiden really has contributed to just a total map dominance by the Dire, which just makes it hard to get out and farm. And then it's also hard because they have down all the tier 1 towers for the Radiants, and the Dire does have down 2 of their tier 1 towers, but that bottom tower is still standing. As you can see, the bottom lane was just absolutely dominated by Broodmother.
Something to point out is that Tinker's had kind of a rough game so far. He had a lot of pressure on him from that Windrunner. Windrunner's playing really well, and he didn't actually get his boots of travel until probably about 20 minutes in or so. We do have Clinks going down here getting caught out, but we'll go and Viz and escape, so that worked out great for him. Nature's probably finished up his Scatty now, just two, but like I was saying, Tinker took a long time to get his boots of travel going. Just he was getting ganked a lot and everything. But so even though Tinker wasn't able to help out too much with the lane, the map control, being able to teleport everywhere like a Tinker does once he gets those travels, it was a good play both by Clinks roaming around, especially that Crystal Maiden is roaming all over the place, getting ganks everywhere, and then Broodmother Mantis able to just keep constant pressure on that bottom lane. So they were able to keep map control even without Tinker having those boots of travel. Now that he has them, and now that they have this Rax down here, they'll be able to just do even better.
Once again at bottom, you just see the total dominance of the roaming Crystal Maiden, throwing out those stuns and those slows to help take down Dazzle. Clink's throwing out huge damage there with his new Daedalus completed, just kind of sitting there. As you can see, this Crystal Maiden really has made an impact on this game.
Do have the Radiant just trying to keep that last Rex alive. They don't want to give up anything that they don't have to. They're still definitely fighting here, doing the best that they can. Do have quite the pushing force here. We've got a Tinker, we've got Broodmother with tons and tons of Spiralings up, just an army of them pushing in this mid, going to try and take down this tier 2 tower mid. And then we've got a Prophet pushing in, doing some pressure on the top lane just to try and kind of split the Radiant here. Those nukes by Morphling and by Nature's Prophet able to farm up those Spiralings really easy. Like we were talking about earlier, Nature's Prophet did pick up the point booster after Perseverance, so is definitely going for that Bloodstone. Sorry. Definitely going for that Bloodstone, like you said.
The farmer Mantis here is just completely unreal to see that he picked up that Butterfly alongside his Orc of Malevolence. So now alongside with hitting so hard with his Insatiable Hunger, his ultimate there, he is also going to be attacking much faster. He has that 35% evasion, which is just huge. He's going to be very hard to take down, especially with the Radiant's lack of. They don't have a whole lot of AoE stuns, so if they try and focus all their stuff on Mantis there, then Clinks will be there to take it down. A little bit of push there. He's going to throw out some Spiderlings, but those are going to be taken down fairly easy with the nukes by the Radiants.
Mantis does get grabbed by that Bane ult and attacked by Windrunner and everything. Crystal Maiden came in to try and help him out, but nothing he could do there. I think he did use his Force Staff on him, but then ended up getting caught himself because Force Staff was just trying to save Broodmother, but then Broodmother went down right as it was used, so it didn't have any escape mechanism herself. But not a bad play. They did get that tier 2 tower. Broodmother did come in and get that last hit, so got a good amount of gold for it, saved his team from the deny. Obviously some gold to go up for everyone else.
As you can see, I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. Picked up that point booster on Death Prophet. I feel like that's a very good choice to pick up that first because it needs the health and mana, but also just that raw mana is very important for a Death Prophet. While the Perseverance was helpful to get some regen, and early in the game, I feel like it would have been a lot better for him to pick up that point booster because, as you can see, he was just running out of mana in all the team fights, throwing out all those very important silences. His Carrion Storm's just throwing those out when he can, and his ultimate is just so taxing on that mana pool, so that raw mana is very helpful for a Death Prophet who just throws out spells all the time, which is what he has to do. You're going to see Clinks here kind of going in here on Windrunner, that 690 damage crit, just way too much for him to handle. Will he get the last crit? He will not get the last crit on Death Prophet, and he will be saved by that Nightmare. So we'll see if he'll be able to take that out. Nope, he goes to attack him a little bit too early, but Tinker with that long-range heat-seeking missile is going to take out Death Prophet.
Good play that we saw earlier when Nature's Prophet was actually running away from Death Prophet and I believe it was Windrunner up here through by where the Seeker Shop is. He came through this path here and just threw down a big sprout right here, which took away both the vision and any path that they could have took to chase him. So worked out really well. It's actually a really smart play and really well executed for him as well. Made sure he was safe to just walk away from him. Clink's down here, always looking for some more kills, it looks like. Just kind of roaming around invisible in the enemy territory, looking to see who he can pick off with that massive damage. Just hitting so hard. He did pick up a Yasha now, so moving even faster, able to just do so much damage here. 3 hits is all it took to bring Windrunner down to under 200 health there, and then also another couple hits will bring Morph down and finishes him off with a big crit hit uphill. So Clink's just being very annoying down here. Radiant really can't do a whole lot unless they get some wards there, which they do put up a sentry ward. but we'll see if Clink comes in range of it and can get jumped down here.
Mantis and Crystal Maiden here will be taking down Roche within the matter of a couple seconds here soon, which is huge for Mantis. He has been dying a little bit more lately. He's been finding himself in some 1v3, 1v4 situations. Daisy is going to use the Force Staff, force him out. Is going to take down the Aegis of the Mortal, which is not a huge deal. It's still kind of funny, but we'll see if that's actually going to play into anything a little bit later. I feel like it won't. As you can see, the Radiant is just afraid to come out of their base with all the wards that are put up and everything. There's total map awareness from the Dire. They're playing very well right now. There's not a whole lot that they can do unless they're with all 5 people, and that's just unrealistic for all 5 of them to be out together, because then they're leaving that bottom lane to be pushed in by the mega creeps. So as you can tell, there's not a whole lot that they can do about this while the Dire will keep farming. The Radiant is not a turtle team. They do not have any hard carries that are going to save them late in this game. While the Dire has Clinks and Broodmother and Nature's Prophet as well, they will be taking the late game if the Radiant can't think of something new to start doing right now.
We do have Clinks coming in here on the top lane, looking for some more kills, able to just pop off Dazzle before he even has time to react there. Just ridiculous damage by him. Turning over here to jump on Morphling. Windrunner's attack, he turns and tries to fight him. Does get hit by a big Bane ult, and he is taking a lot of damage. They do throw down the Sentry and are able to pick him off, so nice play by the Radiant there. Morphling will go down, trying to do that Morph to save himself and get that strength gain, but just not quite enough against the Dire's nukes. Bane will also go down. We do have the Prophet ulti. He is running, gets the Force Staff. Mantis gets the Force Staff from Crystal Maiden. Able to just sit there and right-click down Prophet. And they also get the Orchid and jumping on Windrunner here. Orchid is nice because then Windrunner can't use that. Windrun allows Broodmother to still put out all the damage he wants to. With that full team wipe on the Radiant, even though some will be back relatively soon, I do think that the Dire is going to be able to take out another Tier 3 tower and then possibly a Rax even. They just have so much power here, and then along with all the urn charges CM has, and just the regen some of them have, and just the soul force that they have, they're able to just stay in lane so long.
Looks like they will be backing off. They will not be taking down any more Tier 3 towers for this push. I feel like that's a waste of time, but Mantis returning prematurely to go finish that Vladimir's offering back at base. Although Vladimir's offering is very tempting, Broodmother, it's a great item on a Broodmother. It stacks with that incapacitating bite. It still allows you to take the best out of both worlds there for Hannah Montana. They're the best out of both worlds. I thought of that myself. And although it is nice because you do have those melee spiderlings, it's still not a huge force. The spiderlings aren't going to be life-stealing a whole lot, but it is also nice for I guess he is the only melee hero on the team, so while Vladimir's offering is a great item, I feel like it's not going to do a whole lot for him this late in the game, although the 16% lifesteal is nice.
National over here with jokes all day, I guess. We were actually going to try and cast one of Complexity Gaming's Hannah Montana playing some pub games with some of his friends, but we were spectating him, waiting for him to jump in a new game, and then as soon as the game he was in was over and we were all set up to cast this next one, he actually logged off. So we were able to find Mantis online though, waited for his game to be done, and we were lucky enough to have him jump in another one, so did have someone interesting to watch. Here we go, Windrunner coming out, trying to jump on Crystal Maiden. Does use that Windrun, but just did not last long enough with Crystal Maiden's holding him in place, and then Clink's just putting out so much damage. Does have that mana finished up now, so I mean, there's really not a whole lot they can do to fight him, even if they do get those sentry wards out, because he can just manta up, he can run away. Almost taking down Death Prophet in 2 hits. Death Prophet did finish up that Bloodstone though, so is getting a decent amount of farm here with all the lanes pushed in towards him. That is one thing and a little bit in favor of the Radiant, is that with all the creeps just flowing into them, they don't have to go far to get their farm, and they can just take that all day.
Unfortunately, there are only 3 lanes and there are 5 heroes, so there's not a whole lot of farm to go around, especially with that bottom lane being the super creeps. Those are less farm for them anyways, so I feel like it's not a whole lot of matter of farm anymore. It's basically just a matter of, it's just a waiting game. We're just waiting for the entire Dire to push all together. I feel like they're just kind of toying with them a little bit. We have Mantis up here farming the jungle, then obviously he has enough to take down, they obviously have enough to take down this tier 3 tower middle, which they will be attempting to do here. They do have a couple down there, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Clinks is going to be enough to take down that middle tower. He's going to try and dip out. Let's see if there won't be any engagement with the heroes. The Dire were pretty against that. So he's going to come back here. They're going to take down this melee rack soon. It doesn't look like they have enough time to pop that glyph fortification, so they will take down this Rax. So look for them to take down the other Rax here after they take down Morphling. Falls fairly easily. Oh, he does the waveform, attempts to run away. Looks like that strength morph is too much for the Dire to handle, and he will get away. Clinks does get the kill on Death Prophet. Even with that Bloodstone, still not enough health to stand up against all the damage Clinks is outputting.
While that action was going down mid, Nature's Prophet did teleport back in top, finish off the tier 3 tower he was working on. They will take down the rack, so that is mega creeps for the entire Dire, all their lanes. So that along with just their heroes, we've got Mantis back in mid, has that Vlad's. He actually has the Yash completed up, but just doesn't have his inventory. So they will take down the throne here. That will be a good game. Good effort by the Radiant. They had a pretty solid early game actually, but the Dire team just, I feel, worked a little bit better together with the Nature's Prophet being able to TP everywhere, Clinks roaming around, and Crystal Maiden constantly just on the lookout, just trying to get kills and helping everyone out. Just a little bit too much for him to take out. So good play by both people, and we're happy to cast another game featuring a player everybody knows and loves. So we appreciate everyone watching. This has been H&L with my guest National. So we appreciate you watching, and we'll be looking for you again. I'm sure I'll have him back plenty often in the coming weeks.
Peace out. I forgot that we weren't watching